Get my coughs out of the way while we're not having this on part of YouTube. Apologies for people on Twitch. I know it hurts. But I'm ill and I can't help it. Alright, coming back to Rohan. A faction that, whenever I play them, I have a good time. But obviously, those good times normally are because I go straight for cavalry. Going to get Edain, going to build an archery so we can get access to gambling, and then we're going to build some stud farms.
Use whatever weapons you can muster.
Throw them into the wildman. Almost got enough for a farm.
There are wargs near.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me that 20. Give me that nearly 20. Or 40. 40 works too. Conjurer chooses to appear. Now this area is picked up by a troll. We want to kill that troll before it does any damage. Yeah, these peasants are doing well, and now I don't actually have to turn them into traitors. I also want gambling, but he's 1500. Woo! Oh, blimey. Apologies for any rather sickly sounds. Unfortunately, I can't help. I'm just a little bit ill right now. Oh, and they're Isengard. Oh, look at that. How thematic. Kind of have to stop them, though, because otherwise they'll destroy the base. You have no power here. Yeah, I'm kind of letting them destroy the base. I should probably stop them. Archer's good. There we go. Pitch burners are better. Go ho! We're pirates now. Okay, stop them quickly. Stop them before they destroy the base. There's one peasant alive over here. Build a farm. Yeah, these two farms we'll be spamming our peasants from to start with. Once we have enough money to actually get cavalry, I'm going to enjoy going cavalry. Because even the problematic units of Isengard late game are no match for our peasants. Give them all new air. And these pitch burners are great at dealing with early game Isengard. Just don't lose the fortress. I'm going to lose the fortress, I think. I think I'm going to lose the citadel. Please don't lose the citadel. Oh, it's rebuilding. Oh my god. Oh, that actually worked. That's hilarious. That actually worked. That is a miracle right there. Oh, those traitors are gone now. But yeah, we saved the citadel, and that building regenerates quickly. Pitch burners, focus on that. Edain, just stand there, please. You're doing a great job. Doing a great job. Just wait for my other peasants to arrive. Gonna save up for gambling, because once we have gambling, we can then go for good stuff. Because he spawns units passively. And then once we get him exiled, he then does even better. Edain escape. You are making my units, so have faster production. Now that I need pikes. No, I don't want to spend any more money because then I can't get. Oh yeah, this is what happens with Isengard as well. It's not just it's not just Isengard or Rohan that spams siege, but yeah, Isengard probably is the stupidest for spamming siege. They are probably the stupidest faction for spamming siege, and that's why I'm going to be going cavalry quickly. Rohan. Back, you creatures. Yeah, this we want for vision and healing. And yeah, Warg Riders. We're going to want pikes now over everything else. Well, first I want gambling.
We completed this people. The farms are under attack.
I spent 500 on that guard post, which is good. But now I need another hero that can actually do stuff. And now we have a second unit production building.
Rohan.
And yeah, there is actually a way to glitch the troll so he chases you, but then he starts moving back but doesn't actually attack back. I have done this several times in the past. I'm just going to try and redo it now, because an early exile camp just guarantees our victory. Wait, 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 go in now. Go in now. Go in now before he realises. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Look, Isengard's doing everything to kill that one troll. We're going to kill our troll easily with spam. Spam and cheese. Speaking of spam.
If I go, failed and die.
Yeah, please destroy those battering rams, please.
My lord. If you have come.
Yeah, the last AI I fought against, spam lawmasters. Now we see siege spam. But luckily, we're playing a faction that's going to have so much cavalry, siege spam is inefficient. That's the word. Yeah, early game Isengard, there's no Isengard infantry. It's just scouts, cavalry, and siege. That's all they can do before they get the machinery of war built up.
He's a herald of the world. He's a herald. Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent to the army.
No, thank you. I don't want Gollum this early. Gollum this early is not a good thing. Take this.
King Theoden awaits you.
Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent to the army.
Okay, make sure that thing just gets destroyed. Oh no.
If I go, failed.
Oh, I can't turn them into things. They just died.
He's a herald of the world.
You have
Your men, my lord,
Come back.
will follow you to whatever end.
Protect the king.
Should I welcome you?
The rest of the army joining us.
Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent to the armory.
King Theoden awaits you.
He's a herald of the world.
Get Faden out of there. But
Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent to the armory.
okay, I think we got all of that right there. Yeah, we did. Good.
Are our king.
King Theoden awaits you.
Yeah, one unit of Warg Riders is enough to make me struggle.
Your men, my lord, will follow you to whatever end.
Greenwood Wormtongue is not a threat to us. Aid of the Wazzers. Bit of Druidine statue. Oh right, the Wazzers don't actually come from... Yeah, they come from a statue. So... Oh, we've got to wait for it to be prepared, okay.
Your men, my lord,
There we go, Rohan
will
Exiles.
follow you to whatever end.
King Theoden awaits you.
Time to win. Time to start changing into the cavalry presence that we are.
Our forces are at full strength.
Shush, 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 shush. Don't say such blasphemy to me.
What is it? Every villager able to wield a sword.
Rohirrim!
The choice is clear.
The choice is clear. The Wazzers have come to protect our land.
Your men, my lord,
We'll
will
follow
follow
you
you
to
to
whatever.
whatever end.
Okay, stop building farmhands. Farmhands are now useless. Except for destroying that Warglare. Do that now.
Be on guard.
King Theoden awaits you.
Men of Rohan.
Yeah, keep away from there, please. Build the pantry. cancel these so we have more money, so I can build more stud farms. You think? But that's not knowing. I need to know if the enemy's there. Oh, it's our archers. Let's kill him. Kill him dead. Look at that. We killed him dead. That's all we need. To kill him dead. I've got it. Yeah, those wargs should be easy prey to some pikemen. You can also summon a scout just to see what's going on. I do want to know what's going on, so go out there. Find for me my enemy. And yeah, no, they're not going to make pikes yet. The AI is too focused on making siege. They're going to lose just because they like to siege spam. Build another stud farm because stud farms are life. Yeah, build up rally point because I want Theodred.
Your men,
My lord, will follow you to whatever.
We've completed this one.
Oh look, Grima's back. And oh no, that's my Grima. That's Theoden. Okay, we need to change Theoden into Theoden King because then he can start making some experience. He's already exiled Gamling, so he can make us more peasants for free. Gandalf, Stormcrow.
Your men, my lord,
Will follow you to
whatever end.
We can now get some more exiles at even cheaper prices than they used to be. We can heal our troops in our troop camp.
King,
Those scouts can die. Nice and easy. They're not going to make pikes, please. Oh, but they are making ballistas. Oh, and they've already destroyed my exile camp. I actually remember the last time I played on this map, they destroyed this exile camp so many times.
This is our land. Victory will be ours.
Which is fine because we're going to use that to our advantage.
We will face them.
my lord.
Our people must survive.
We're done building over here.
I'm going to rebuild it. Make sure the ballista gets destroyed before it actually attacks. Can I get Theoden King? Not yet. One power point away. Turn some more of these into traitors, I think.
You have no power here.
Victory
Oh no,
will
they
be
finally got
ours.
some pikes. Oh no. They're going into a line of infantry.
Will
This is
follow
our land.
you to whatever.
Time is short.
Let's give them a nice old fear.
King Theoden awaits you.
Okay, King Theoden, it's time... Actually, no. Exile your
We must
son,
rise up.
and then you can
We are
go
called
and
to honor.
become king again. The true king. Not a imposter held hostage by... whoever his name is, Grima. Grima, you can now die. You have my right by King of Rohan to die.
Will follow you to whatever end.
Our
What the
people
hell?
must survive. They
Oh,
will
Grima showed
face
up.
death.
They will taste death.
It's the enemy. Take cover, men. We are called to honor.
King Theoden awaits you.
We will have
Now
victory.
Theoden can join the main force of cavalry.
Without delay.
My lord,
And yep, now Gamling has his power back. He can use that to make more peasants.
Nothing shall stand before us.
So we still have a peasant force to deal with pike forces, but we also have Theodred with his summoning of towers, attack posts, to deal with that. Yep, look at those. These peasants are bombs. They're really good. Getting a stables and an armory. Not in that order.
This is our land.
Oh look, cavalry. Time to die.
Our people must survive.
Oh, God, my nose is so nasally. What's the benefit of exiling heroes? They get extra... Unfortunately, I can't show it now with Theoden because he's changed. But basically, the main benefit is they gain more damage and their power, their ability timers come back faster. So I can keep using to the armory and
Victory will be
attack
ours.
posts more often than I would if I hadn't
I
exiled
will
them.
lead you.
The only problem is, if they die while Theoden is still in his evil form, he will not... I'll not be able to get those heroes back until he's either no longer exiled, sorry, no longer evil, or if... yeah, that's the only way you can get them
Our
back.
people must survive.
An exiled hero will lose their exile status once they die once, or they will remain exiled until Theoden is cured.
We've completed this one.
If none of those conditions are met, then yeah. But yeah, the ability is really good. I always recommend exiling Gambling and Theodred. They are the two heroes you should always be exiling because they have the best benefits.
Nothing shall stand before us.
Let's heal our troops because right now we want to be building up our economy. Sorry if anyone heard that.
Victory
Really struggling
will
to
be
hold in the
ours.
coughs today. I'm actually going to pop a strepsil
What should we do?
while we charge some wildmen. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is a Fords of Eisen map where
Remove this evil.
if you play for too long, the wildmen that will eventually gather round and start killing you. I'm not going to explain more in detail what that means because if this isn't the map to do it, then there's no point talking about it because you'll never see it.
Will be ours.
But if this is the map where this happens,
Go forth. They will
then it's
taste
important to know about it because it could happen in the future.
Has been sent to the armor.
And I like to make sure you people are well informed of events of things that can happen.
They must die.
Yeah, look at these defenders of this one garrison that Theoden
We
made,
must rise up.
which we could always make another of, by the way.
Our people must
Okay, I
survive.
need-
Nothing shall stand before
Will
us.
follow you to whatever.
Charge the pikes,
They
doesn't
will
matter.
taste
Just
death.
charge past them.
The farms are under
Dear God, I'm so nasally.
Victory will be ours.
Theodred, get out of there. I don't want you losing your exile status.
Nothing shall
You're
stand
too good.
before us.
You're
Let
too
us
good
make
with it.
haste. We move
Those
onward.
towers you lose can very easily be remade.
I have a plan.
We are called to honor.
I'm not sure if this affects all the Wazza statues, but I mean, the Wazza statue is pretty easy to destroy.
Go forth.
What is it?
We are called to honor.
Don't let them build this up. Just keep in this area so they don't actually build anything in here.
Hurry on, without delay.
Because if they did, if it was a normal outpost, I could easily destroy it. And if
I will
it's a
lead you. Let us make
another one of
haste.
those ones they can make, then that's 3,000 resources they're losing, and that makes it too easy to win.
Every villager able to wield a sword.
I don't want to win easily. That makes it too unfun for me. I prefer to have a challenge. Oh right, I need to get the these upgrades for.
We are called to honor.
Yeah, Rohan are the hardest faction to get the Forge Settlers tools with, and the Forge Workers tools, because you need to firstly upgrade the actual armory, so you can get the upgrades. Oh look, it's Green Man. Kill him.
Victory will be ours.
Oh look, our units are using missing units. Replenish them.
Every villager able to
We
I actually
must
talked about that in the
rise
last
up.
video. That
Without delay. Fight with courage.
there are very few abilities now outside of healing
will follow you to whatever end.
that can replenish your troops. Could have built into a basic outpost,
Every villager
throw a few towers down, but then that makes it too easy to protect my exile camp, and I don't like that. Thinking of, actually, no, get Aemma first.
This is our land.
Your men
Nothing shall stand before us.
Theodred make another
will
tower
follow
over
you
here.
to whatever.
And then destroy the
People
tower over
must
there again.
survive.
Are our king.
Your men, my lord, will
Victory
fight for
will
you
be
to
ours.
whatever end. I can now get Forge Workers, so I don't need that upgrade. That upgrade sucks. And once we get Aemma, upgrade the King's Camp.
Our people must survive. Forward.
Can now garrison these buildings, so now they can make our peasant units, our pitch throwers, and the hay carts. Hey! Do we want the free hunters or do we want the highborn horses? I want the free hunters, just to have some more melee support.
We must rise.
When you get them, you automatically get the free hunters, but if they die, you can regenerate them from here. For 1,500 and 45 command points.
King Theoden awaits you.
Let us hunt some ore.
We will face them.
Are our king.
sense evil may be near us.
Yeah, for those who didn't see the last Rohan
We
video,
must keep it safe.
you have all three of the three hunters. You can choose who is the leader, and whoever you choose the leader depends on what happens. Taylor's coming from suffering melee attacks if Aragorn is the leader. If Legolas is the leader, they do increase damage, and Gimli increase melee damage in an area.
Our people must survive.
Sorry, no, just greater AoE damage. Against Isengard, I just want to take generally less damage from melee attacks, because Lurtz, Ugluk, and Grima are a problem. So,
Time is short.
just
Go
going to have
forward.
that.
I will lead you.
Must be careful.
Don't listen to me.
You are young.
Nothing shall stand before us.
Tonight is for you.
I love Theoden. He's such an overlooked character when you first watch the movies or read the books, but he's actually so impactful. You think about all his deeds that he's done. He looked after his niece and nephew after his sister and brother passed away, Fengal, and I can't remember his wife.
We must rise up.
But after they passed, he took in Eowyn and Aemma under his wing.
It is over.
It is over.
Our people must survive.
Must be careful.
Riders of
We must
Rohan.
keep it safe.
No, don't ask why there's Frodo quotes. I don't know why either.
Victory. Without delay.
Okay, we've killed. We wanted to get out of there. Yeah, that's why you destroy the mines, by the way, because they do actually build berserkers to blow up the mines.
Nothing shall stand before us.
They're actually really scary.
Our
No,
people
no, keep
must
those guys
survive.
alive, because these guys I can't actually replace now without building an exile camp. So, oh, there was a mine there.
Every villager able to wield a sword
Well,
has been sent to the
there goes all my
Call to
infantry.
honor.
Send them back to the armory. Yes, gambling.
My lord.
They actually kept all of their banner carriers alive, so they are actually all alive. I find that
Nothing shall
hilarious.
stand before us. Go forth.
Despite just getting blown up, all my infantry are technically still alive, thanks to the fact they're all level 5.
This is our land.
Yet the Royal Vanguard, these guys are the exact same units as the Exiles, just slightly different,
We are called to honor.
but they are faster and cheaper
This is our land.
than the basic Rohirrim here, the Rohirrim Lancers. They're actually better than the basic Rohirrim Lancers. That's why you want to be getting both forms of them.
Our people must survive.
And also getting the captains are better as well,
We are
because they have
called
special
to honor.
abilities.
Remove this evil.
Your senses alert.
And yeah, that's what makes the Rohirrim faction so strong. Well, Rohan is strong in general because of the King's Camp
We must
/
rise
Exile
up.
Camp.
Go forth.
All of your cavalry can be unique units. They could be Rohan captains, and Erkenbrand, Elfhelm, Grimbold. All your Rohan heroes can be involved. Gamling, Hammer, I think Hammer can. I can't remember. We'll find out. You can get Eowyn, who is an amazing hero killer, by the way, if you hadn't guessed.
They will taste death. This is our land.
You've got abilities to spawn towers that can deal with enemy pikemen if they become a threat and you don't have any other way of dealing with them. You've got Glorious Charter, you can deal with pikemen as a cavalry faction.
Let us make haste.
You've got heroes that can use abilities that can actually widespread
You shall know
knockback
my wrath.
and damage deal.
Your staff.
Your stuff. King Soar and Gandalf. On order of Grima Wormtongue. Oh, and yeah, these guys protect the base now. We've got some melee protectors. Granted, it's not much, but it suffices against a single unit of Warg Riders, though. So I'm not going to complain.
This is our land.
But yeah, to have a good, strong cavalry start with Rohan, you need the Exile Camp. They recruit at least 5 times faster
We are
than...
called to honor.
Yeah, let's watch this. Look how slow that is. And these guys, if we lost one, would take about 5 seconds to come back.
Ours.
They are so important.
Hurry on. Let us make
And I'm
haste.
so nasally right now.
Remove this evil. We're under attack.
I'm struggling not just
We
to
will face them.
throw my head back and just start sneezing or coughing or whatever.
Enemy has claimed these lands.
This is our land. Nothing shall stand
Oh well,
before
they're
us.
all dying. They're all dying.
Move onward.
The enemy, not
Time
me.
is short.
The enemy's dying,
Go
not me.
forth.
Guards of Mediseld, led by
I will lead you. We must go.
one of our many heroes, Grimbold, who can, by the way, make every for 30 seconds he moves faster and has more armor.
This will be a
And he can get forge blades and heavy armor. Not many heroes can get that.
I have returned
Ready
now
to
as
ride.
king of the Riddermark. I will ride once again.
My life for Rohan.
My life for Rohan. And again, once they get summoned, instantaneous elite units. Not many factions have that kind of ability. And yeah, that's why we have this army here, just to protect against. Hey, look how quickly these guys have regenerated. Honestly, Rohan overall is just a really strong faction.
For the sport of your own
Crows, we shall have peace.
we shall have the king. Victory will be ours. You're under attack.
Yeah, I have loved Rohan for a long time now in Edain. They have been one of the most predominantly
I will lead you.
well-known factions for just being...
Forward. Hurry
You
on.
want to have a fun time? Play Rohan. Want to go full cavalry? Play Rohan. Want to go full infantry? Go
We
Rohan.
must rise up.
Although obviously infantry is not as good. Because if you want to go full infantry well, you need to get all of the hero. You need to go again full exile camp, captains, and all your heroes, all infantry with pitch burners. That is your best way of playing with infantry as Rohan.
Victory will be ours.
Because otherwise you don't actually have any elite infantry. You have
Nothing
peasants,
shall
that's
stand
it.
before us. Let us make haste.
That's all your army if you don't build the exile camp, is basically peasants.
The master of Westfold at your service.
At your service. I mean, you do have the Royal Guards of Rohan too, cavalry archers, which not many factions have, but again, I find cavalry archers are actually counterproductive.
Our people must survive.
In Edain, you want cavalry to charge, and you want them to kill everything in their sight. You can't really do that if you have to do that from range.
We must rise up.
Are there any mines placed? I have no idea.
We are called to honor.
Nope, they're all there.
Fight with courage.
Yeah. If you didn't know that I like to place mines, yeah, this is how they place mines. Let's get the military camp. I showed us off a little bit last time. Show off more this time.
What is your bidding?
Just say when.
Just say when.
Rider of
This
the
is
Mark.
our land. Without delay.
Even though it temporarily summons some Westfolders to defend us. I hope no mines got through there. If they did, that's going to be very scary to see. But yeah, you can, from this camp, make 3 Rohirrim. And these aren't ordinary Rohirrim. These Rohirrim can switch between sword and bow, which normally only your elites can do, a Royal Guard of Rohan. You can upgrade them so newly summoned units will be led by a sergeant who replenishes fallen units and grants leadership to his men and nearby allies. Come with shields and chainmail. Shields are protection against archers and pikes,
Victory will be ours.
while
Men of Rohan, be on guard.
you can also give them forge blades. So basically you're getting fully upgraded for free, by the way. My voices went there. For free,
Go forth.
you get elite Rohirrim
Men of Rohan.
for free when you're playing as a faction that typically doesn't have good economy, unless you're constantly charging them down with armor.
This is our
Yeah, I'm
land.
still scared of those pikes. That's still a problem. Who are you?
Victory will be ours.
Oh, you're from here. Oh, I'm too far away now to get them.
Land is growing dangerous.
Yeah, this army of pikes and just ordinary peasants has prevailed where most factions would not. Mainly because we're crushing anything that's not pikes before they get to the front, before they hit our cavalry line. Because hitting the cavalry line is not fun. Get one capped around just to see what they can
This is
do.
our land. They
I always
must
forget every
die.
time I use them. But yeah, this is definitely more of a build-up defensive power. It's very similar to the summon for
Time is short.
Gondor, where you can get the Rohirrim and obviously the Rohan heroes. But this one is on a building which can be destroyed. But it is, again, permanent, free Rohirrim. No other faction has a building which gives them permanent, free units. No other.
Nothing shall stand before
Nothing
us.
else exists that gives permanent, free
We must delay the
units.
fight to them.
I know what is next.
Now we have our captain, which again we're going to give the Knights of Meduseld.
We must take the fight to them.
Meduseld's bravest gives them armor against all melee units except pikemen for 30 seconds. And they replenish men when outside of combat. So yeah, they're literally getting banner carriers
Victory
for
will be ours.
nearly
Let us make
free.
haste.
It's 900 for each one.
They will taste death.
But yeah, I think I've said enough now that Rohan has amazing cavalry.
Be on guard.
And when used properly, can just destroy everything. We even trampled pikemen and they died
Victory
when they've
will
been
be
trampled by the
ours.
right units. That is not something you see every day.
This is our land.
Now, it's not something you can do every day with every faction. You have to be
Forward. Time is short.
really good to make it work. Oh no, Gonbori God is dead. Well, there was this called a Berserker, so they've earned some street cred.
Hurry on.
King's Edain awaits you.
And the only hero we don't actually have yet is Merry and Erwin. Merry just because it's Merry. I don't like getting Merry.
This is our land. We move onward.
My lord.
Oh yeah, gambling can also make it so farmhands and peasants can be trained much faster. Which, by the way, I could turn all those into flour mills and we could just make an army of peasants straight away with that. It is pretty ridiculous what you can do with peasants. Obviously, it's a lot of money to invest into them, but in the early game they're also really strong.
We must go.
Do not discredit peasants.
Your men
But obviously, don't expect them to do well against every faction.
will follow you.
I will lead you.
Unupgraded Isengard units are actually really
Victory
easy to
will
beat.
be ours.
Unupgraded, that's why Isengard units can become level 5 from an upgrade. Because when they hit level 5, they are incredible. Yeah, now we can just... Well, once that armour has been built, I might just kill off my peasant army just to get a full cavalry army now.
We must rise up.
We're at the point where
Fight with
our
courage.
economy is still garbage,
Gather your weapons.
but we can make it work going for other things.
Rider of the Mark. We will have victory. Men of Rohan.
Yeah, with Rohan, going the tools is actually one of the most inefficient things you can do. Because the early game is your oyster. You have to use it. If you don't, then you lose.
Your men, my lord.
You've got to be willing to sacrifice some things to make the best of Rohan's early game.
Don't listen to me.
I've not seen a single unit of...
Tonight is for
oh,
you.
there we go, Wildman. They prove me wrong. They can make them.
Riders of the Mark.
They can make them. They look at these abilities properly last time, but definitely slows when takes the slows 35% less when trampling and moves faster. Has a summon for Death and Glory and Dauntless Advance can be used at the same time. Now this ability technically also exists on Imlodge's elite cavalry, but it actually works with Rohan because they have more abilities to make trampling even better. Leave my exiles alone.
Victory will be ours.
Your men
Okay, I've been leaving them alone too long. Yep, look at that.
follow you.
They've gone full elite
To
now.
honor.
Riders of Rohan.
And I don't have for Death and Glory. I don't have my glorious charge yet.
Time is short.
I've been playing too aloof. Okay, everything's been built. Start getting me free Rohirrim.
Victory will be ours. I will lead you. Destruction's ready. We must
Yeah,
rise up.
when you let the AI build up too much,
You
that's a
shall know
problem.
my wrath.
Are our king.
Especially with Isengard. Isengard is known to come back more than any other faction. No joke. They are terrifying
This is our
when they've been
land.
allowed to live this long.
They must die.
Your men, my lord, will follow you to whatever end.
And there we go, fully upgraded Rohirrim with the Sergeant of Rohan, which gives them more power.
We must rise up.
We will have victory.
And we're going to lose the King's Camp again, aren't we?
For the sport of your own crows.
Every villager able to wield a sword consents to the armor.
Get Eowyn in here.
Ever has it grown on the tombs of my forebears.
We will have
They
victory.
kind of sacrificed a few of my units there.
Muster the Rohirrim.
Just say when.
Riders of Rohan.
Our king. Your men, my lord,
We'll follow
will
you.
follow you to whatever end.
King Theoden awaits you. I will not take long.
I will lead you. Our people must survive.
Yep, I've still rebuilt the exile camp.
I will lead you. Remove this evil.
But yeah, fully upgraded
We must rise up. We must go.
Isengard units.
We will
I
face
will
them.
fight for our
I
people.
feared this would happen.
You are both honorable men. My uncle told me a strange thing.
This will be a day to
Theoden,
remember.
no, go with the group, go with the group, go with the group, go with the group. Go with the
Our
group.
people must survive.
Dear God, man, don't kill me.
The enemy has settled here already. We're under attack.
I've seen my niece smile for a long time.
We will have victory. Stay sharp.
Nothing shall stand before us. Remove this evil.
Every villager able to wield
Okay,
a
time to kill off
sword
Isengard before they do that
consents
kind
to
of
the
crap
armor.
again. Look at that, Green Meadow's dying to
Victory will be
buildings.
ours.
That is hilarious.
This is our land.
Riders of the mark.
Evil day. We must
Yeah, because we fully upgraded our troops, they're safer
Men of Rohan.
than most units. And yeah, this one unit of Rohirrim we've just made, technically level 1. One time was enough to kill an entire a unit of the
Our people must
Will
survive.
follow you to
those guys. I forgot what those guys are called.
Riders of the
Crossbows.
mark. Riders of the Rinnemark. This shall be
Shaken. Shield shall be splintered. A sword day. A red day.
a red day.
Ere the sun rises. And the dark night rises. Get Haldir.
I will lead you.
So I'm sure he'll do something valuable.
We will face them.
They are no match. Pull out your swords.
Amen.
Yay, archers do more damage.
Take cover, men.
Yeah, we actually kept all our exiles alive.
Sustain any more troops.
Or we just hit the command point cap, that too.
Doomed to wait upon an old man.
And look at that.
Should have loved her as a
wield a
father.
sword has been sent to
What
the
rig abilities does Theoden do? Oh, which ones should we do? If Theoden is low level, get him to level 10. Glorious Charge is not to be underestimated, as you can see. Everything else, though, you don't need.
Muster the Rohirrim.
It makes Theoden weaker, which means that he's more likely to die if he's focused. I'd say him getting the ring itself is a way of locking it out for your enemy. That's the best thing you can do with the ring. And also get Theoden to level 10. If Theoden's not already level 10, get him level 10 and then just fun stuff.
We're under attack.
Look at all of our peasant units still alive.
Come together.
You know what? They've earned their armor. They've earned their stripes. These guys have been alive since the very beginning of the game,
every
and we've
villager
kept them alive since the beginning of the game. I don't do that with many factions. There's very few factions I've actually managed to keep my starting units alive with. Yeah, Rohan,
We are called to honor.
just cavalry. That's all you need.
are our king.
Would I recommend charging over pikes? No.
We must rise
Would I
up.
do it anyway? Of course I would, because who wouldn't?
My life for Rohan.
Who wouldn't like seeing if they could survive the power of a fully upgraded pike of Isengard? We did it. Was it worth it? Not really, because it brought us to about 5 health left, which is not a lot. Here we go. We're going to do a bit of science here. Is the steelworker enough to class as a building to keep the AI alive? So once we destroyed their
Shall remember this day.
this camp here.
The battle awaits. Right
Oh yeah, these guys, if you didn't know, can switch between sword and bow. if you were fighting against a faction that had, like, eagles, for example. Remember that 2-hour game we did? Yeah. That's how you can counter those eagles that just keep spawning. So, is a Steelworker enough to... since it's an outpost, is it classed as a building that can keep the AI alive if they have no other recruitment buildings? Let us see for ourselves right now. Right here, right now. It is not. It is not enough. Look at that. GG's, don't build Steelworkers. Oh, yes. Glorious Rohan. A few missteps. The fact I let them build up so far was the biggest problem. That's the thing with Isengard. They suddenly go from having mediocre units to having them fully upgraded with extra bonuses, level 5. That is scary. Isengard allowed to go to late game is the scariest faction in the game. Because they could do it really, really cheaply. Anyway, do I have one more game in me? I think I do. Who am I going to play as now? Played as Florian, played as Rohan.